Hi guys, welcome back to another customization video. Today we're going to be looking at the newly released Vapid Dominator ASP. This car came out today as part of the LS or Customs Tuner DLC update that came out about a week and a bit ago. So the car's on for sale for about 1.3 million here. You've got to get to a certain reputation level at the car meet to do that, or you can just buy it as it is for basically around 1.8 million. I've already bought the car, so let's quickly jump out of this screen. If you need to buy it, again, it's available at SSS, so pick it up from there, not Legendary Motorsport. In this instance, I'm not in the car meet, I'm in my own auto shop, so I'm just going to hit modify and we'll get started on this. So for you car buffs, from memory, I think this is basically a Ford Mustang SVT Cobra. So yeah, it's for any of you guys that have watched sort of Cannonball Run, it kind of pops up in there, and sort of maybe a few other films as well, but that's kind of where I remember it from. Armor, brakes, again we don't do. Bumpers, we always go to the back and have a look. Most of these sort of car customization things, the rear bumper is the one that tends to suffer the most. There's poor customizations available for it. If you're going to look for something that's going to rip up the track, very kind of draggy, quarter mile type setup, that's kind of maybe what you want at the back. Again, those sort of aero fins at the bottom, not my sort of style. That looked quite nice. And you get the sort of the black bit of trim around the bottom as well, and if you look, it also sets you up for a twin tailpipe, which this one also does as well, which that one doesn't. It just leaves the exhaust hanging under the bumper. This will have it nice and flush, so we'll have one of those. We'll go to the front, probably get some very aggressive, here we go, some very aggressive over the top kind of things. I want to try and make sure that it lines up with the back, so we'll kind of give it a bit of a side view there. That kind of looks okay. Let's see what else they've got. Various different sorts of colours, primary colour, secondary colour. That I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of like it's growing some two wonky teeth. Maybe it's trying to be a really rubbish snow plough or something, I don't know. That's kind of like a kid who's had a tantrum really, and the bottom lip's gone down. No, I think for me, the primary aggressor, I think that is fine. That kind of works out quite nicely with the back bumper, so we'll have that. Come out of here, go into the engines. Engine block, nothing fantastic. Again, I don't tune these cars for car meets. I just think it's going to be something in the game that's, I mean, car meets have been around well before the tuners update came in anyway, so, and I'm not going to be spending money on this. I just want a nice car that I can sort of drive around in, and it's very much sort of for me. Not seeing anything fantastic here. Really, I want like a scoop. I need a bug intake. That's kind of what I'm looking for with a car like this. You can't see the fans, barely through the front grille. So we'll come out of here, we'll go into the exhaust. Again, we want something quite meaty. These cars tend to have sort of V8 engines, so you know, we want something that works well with that kind of engine size and output. I am quite partial, if I can get this silly controller to just move to the side. It doesn't seem to want to for some reason, I don't know why. There we go. So it seems to have one exhaust on the left, two exhausts let's try that one. We'll go for that, mainly because the blue matches. Quite partial to side exhausts, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I don't know why I couldn't move the exhaust around. I can move the car around freely. I thought it was my joystick before, so apologies for that, but it was kind of bugging and glitching for some reason. I don't know why. Couldn't even turn the car around to show the side exhausts, but there are some side exhausts for you to check, and I think if we can get both of them put on left and right, that will probably be the go-to option for exhausts on this car. In terms of flaring the wheel arches out, the back wheel arch doesn't quite look nice. If we can see there, it's kind of just sticking out too much and it's not blending in smoothly. We really need, and I think what Rockstar need to do for sort of GTA is to actually have custom body kits where they've got smoothed out panels and none of this sort of riveted rubbish that they're putting on and stuff like this, which doesn't work for the car. I'm just going to stick with stock for now. There's nothing fantastic here, and apologies for the snapping of the angles. It's just the way the sort of game is kind of doing it. Let's go to the hoods. Hood catches are going to be pretty much the simple stuff here, nothing fantastic. The hoods themselves, again, we want a big bug scoop, big intake, which we're not quite getting. Plastic scoops, secondary scoops, nope, keep on going. Last one. So that's a shame. It would have been nice to have had a big bug intake up front. Would have been quite appropriate for this car. We're going to stick with that for now. There is quite a lot of blue happening on this car. Hopefully we'll try and sort of break that up a bit. The interior is very much sort of dash, which is sort of different types of styles if you want a race setup, stuff like that. Dials, again, if you want like that turbo gauge, NOS gauges, things like that. Different colour door cards, seats, again, sports, bucket, steering wheels, different types. You've got paddle shift, Formula 1's kind of one there. Roll cages, I tend to sort of put these in. To be honest, I don't know if they make that much of a difference, but I'd like to think in my head, for the peanuts that you're paying to have the roll cage put in, it should give you some kind of protection against people trying to shoot you, even if it's NPCs. So I'll put that one in. It's not much of a difference in terms of money, and not much in terms of, I haven't got much in the way of options here. I'll just keep those the way they are. Neon kits, we've been there. If you've done customizations and any kind of car upgrade, you'll know the options there. We're not going to dip into those too much. Very much that Cobra look that we are going for here, but we want something that's different, so hopefully there'll be something like that, which clearly there isn't. We'll go through those again, this time from the back. There's nothing really that's sticking out. It'd be nice if that spelt something inappropriate, but that clearly Rockstar have made sure it doesn't. Black stripes, nope. No. So let's have a top down view and see if there's anything. Let's quickly start from the top. No, no, yes, mainly because it just covers up the scoop up front. That's one thick line against two. I'll go for one thick. Louvers, again, I don't know what protection they offer. The fact they also do the rear lights as well is a bit annoying. Secondary, primary, black. I don't know. It's not the kind of car I would buy and then put some louvers on there, so we'll take those out. Mirrors, nothing fantastic. That's kind of okay, but that I think looks better. Primary colour, so we'll put those on. Mud guards make the car look disgusting. I think I covered this in one of the other videos I did for the LS car meet sort of cars that came out. Plates, I don't have a custom plate, can't be bothered, but just do yellow and black. It just kind of blends in with the stripe running through the middle. We'll have a look at resprays in a minute. We will quickly pop to roofs. No kind of scoops there. Again, more this crazy sticker bomb rubbish, which doesn't sort of work for me. Keep that as it is. Let's have a look at skirts. We want something that drops down. That kind of looks okay. Something a bit more. Doesn't seem to be anything there. 1920, so we're getting close. Yeah, there's not. Oh, here we go. That'll do. Primary GT skirt. That's fine. That lines up reasonably well with the front bumper. Spoilers. Now there will always going to be a GT wing in the spoilers, and you know, Pikes Peak type stuff, Formula One wings, and it's crazy over the top type stuff, which I don't think you need. That looks quite nice. It's kind of a Dodge Viper-y setup at the back. Let's see what else we got. No, that looks like it's held together with straws. That kind of looks better, and you've got the black from the stripe running through, so it gives it a bit of continuity. We'll keep that in mind. Arrow wing. We do need something a bit higher if possible, but again, here we go. The GT wings are kicking off. The stock one I don't really like. It's too high, so we're going to go with the arrow. We'll go with that one. Sun strips. Just a bit of black, maybe, just along the top, just to break it up. Suspension. Let's see how much of a drop we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think about there is probably nice enough. Get yourself a race transmission. Trunk. I don't think there's much happening there. Nope, it's just a bit of a colour scheme. Get the turbo put on. Wheels, windows. I'll go for dark smoke. Let's have a look at the front. I think light smoke's fair enough. That'll do the job. Wheels, let's go for respray. Primary colour. And pop down to metallics very quickly. Let's see what kind of colours we've got. No, there's nothing fantastic here. I'm thinking red. There's a part of me that's thinking, yeah, let's go for red. Let's go for white. Let's see what kind of red options they've got. So I guess that might be a bit brighter. Okay, let's go for Torino red for now. And let's get some rims put on the car. Let's pop down to track. I tend to go into street, but let's just have a quick look in here and see if there's anything that works. For me, a car like this, I think you need deep set alloys, so it's kind of like alloys that kind of have a bit of a step sort of in the design, so that's something that you're looking for. Can't see anything like that. Here we go, that's kind of what I mean. Can you see there? There's just a bit of a step, but the tyre at the back also needs to be a little bit bigger. Let's see how that works. There's kind of like a bit of a BMW-y thing going on here on the side there. That rear panel is looking very sort of BMW for some reason, I don't know why. Okay, so we've had a look there. There is an option. Let's pop to the street option and see what they have here. Again, something like that. Not those particular ones because they're disgusting looking. Ideally some chrome would help as well. That's quite good, but too small. It makes the tyres look fat. You need something a bit on the larger side. Large rims, chrome with some kind of a step, as it were, something like this and this. There we go. That's kind of here we go. This is a lot better. These three. I would say this one at the moment. Again, it's looking a bit Porsche-y, Porsche-like in terms of rims. I don't know why. Okay, I think this is probably the one I'll go for. And we will have a look and see what other options we've got. Tyre colour, which I wouldn't bother with, just leave it as it is. Tyres, tyre enhancements and design. Again, it kind of, if you're going to take it down the track and turn it into a drag racing type quarter mile thing, then yeah, maybe you want some of this stuff, tyre designs. But for me, no, we'll leave it. Let's get some bulletproof tyres on here as well. It's bound to be someone that's going to shoot you, and yeah, that's going to cost you sort of a successful mission or something. not sure about those exhausts, to be honest. I think they do need to be a little bit larger, a bit more prominent. That's just tyre smoke, so we're not going to bother too much there. And windows we've done, so a quick run through from the bottom. Windows, wheels, turbo, trunk. We've done all of this stuff. Spoilers, I don't know, I don't think there's much there, so we're going to leave that. Respray, I guess we can maybe have a quick dip, see if there's some kind of a pearlescent tint we can get on this. Let's see. That kind of makes it look too bright. Oh, that's interesting. Now that is interesting. You know, I'm really drawn by that. I think I'm going to go with that for now. Let's add that in. If we see anything different or better, we'll go for that. Nope, doesn't look like it. So I think that pretty much calls it a day for this video. This is how the car is going to be for me. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and whether you think this is a good job or not, and maybe sort of put some links for your cars as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.